Atlantis, a name that stirs the imagination, invokes the mystic, and beckons with promises of secrets lost to time. For over 2 millennia, the story of Atlantis has been passed down through generations, weaving itself into the fabric of myths, legends, and the deepest corners of human curiosity. But what if Atlantis wasn't just a myth? What if it were a reality, a city of unparalleled advancement, hidden beneath the waves, waiting to be rediscovered? Today, we journey into the depths of the unknown to uncover the secrets of Atlantis, a story not of just a lost civilization, but of lost knowledge, a civilization's fall, and the haunting legacy they left behind. The first mention of Atlantis comes from the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, who described it as a powerful and advanced civilization that existed around 9,000 years before his time. In his dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, he paints a vivid picture of a city beyond anything the ancient world could have imagined. According to Plato, Atlantis was a massive island, located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. It was a place of unimaginable beauty and grandeur, a place where technology, art, and science flourished. The island itself was said to be ringed with concentric circles of water and land, which made it one of the most visually striking cities in history. But Atlantis wasn't just beautiful. Its rulers, the Atlanteans, were said to be the descendants of the gods themselves. Mighty and wise, they ruled over a vast empire, rich with resources and power. As the centuries passed, Atlantis grew in both wealth and influence. Its people had mastered the art of engineering, building great stone temples, towering structures, and even harnessing the power of the elements. They were known for their extraordinary knowledge of astronomy, mathematics, and medicine. The Atlanteans created technology so advanced that it seemed to border on the mystical. They constructed bridges, canals, and massive irrigation systems, transforming the land and sea to serve their needs. They lived in harmony with nature, harnessing its power and achieving a level of sophistication that, even by today's standards, would be unimaginable. But as with all great civilizations, their rise brought with it a hunger for power, greed, and control. Their rulers began to thirst for conquest, and the seeds of their downfall were sown. The people of Atlantis, in their vast pride and unchecked ambition, began to expand their empire. They conquered neighboring lands, enslaving others, and sought to control the natural world, rather than live in balance with it. And then, according to Plato, the gods grew angry. What had once been a blessed civilization, created in the god's own image, now turned corrupt, full of greed, excess, and a hunger for dominion. The gods, in their wrath, sent a warning, a great catastrophe that would befall Atlantis. But the Atlanteans, too blinded by their pride, ignored the signs. And on a single fateful night, the earth shook, the heavens roared, and Atlantis was swallowed whole by the ocean. The island sank into the depths, disappearing beneath the waves, never to be seen again, or so it seemed. For centuries, Atlantis remained nothing more than a myth, a story told by Plato, but dismissed by many as fantasy. However, the idea of a lost city, hidden beneath the waves, continued to fascinate explorers, scientists, and dreamers alike. In the 19th century, the search for Atlantis began to take on a more serious tone. Using the descriptions from Plato's writings, archaeologists and explorers began scouring the earth for any sign of the fabled city. Could Atlantis be real? And if it were, where would it be? Some theorists suggested the island was located in the Mediterranean Sea, near the island of Santorini, where a cataclysmic volcanic eruption occurred around 3,600 years ago. Others pointed to the Caribbean, suggesting that the lost city could have been in the Bermuda Triangle, where strange disappearances have occurred for centuries. And yet, another theory places Atlantis somewhere beneath the sands of the Sahara Desert, a place so desolate and forgotten that it holds the remnants of a lost civilization, buried by time. One of the most fascinating aspects of Atlantis is not just its physical location, but its technology. Plato described the Atlanteans as possessing knowledge far ahead of their time. In fact, some believe that they may have discovered ways to harness energy in a way we are still trying to understand. Was Atlantis a civilization so advanced that it predated modern science and technology? Some believe they were able to use crystals for energy, build cities powered by an unknown source, or even develop technologies that could control the elements themselves. But if their technology was so advanced, what happened to it? Did the fall of Atlantis result in the loss of knowledge that could have changed the world? And is it possible that some of that knowledge still exists, waiting to be uncovered? Today, the search for Atlantis continues, fueled by advances in technology. Satellite imagery, underwater exploration, and modern archaeology have revealed some surprising clues. In 2001, for example, scientists discovered strange underwater formations off the coast of the Azores. Could these structures be the remains of Atlantis? Or are they simply natural formations that have been misunderstood? In 2011, underwater explorers in the Mediterranean uncovered what appeared to be the ruins of an ancient city off the coast of Egypt, leading some to believe this may be the long-lost city of Atlantis. But the debate rages on. As we continue to search, one thing remains certain: the legend of Atlantis refuses to die. It haunts us, stirs our imaginations, and keeps us wondering, what if it's real? Perhaps, as we look for Atlantis, we're searching for something more than just a lost city. We're looking for answers, for meaning, for a glimpse into the potential of human civilization and the dangers of its excess. What can we learn from the rise and fall of Atlantis? What lessons can we take from a civilization that, despite its grandeur, crumbled under the weight of its own ambition? Atlantis may be lost, but its story endures. A reminder that with great knowledge and power comes great responsibility. A warning that even the mightiest of civilizations can fall when they lose their way. The search for Atlantis continues. Some believe it's out there, waiting to be discovered. Others argue that it never existed and is nothing more than an elaborate myth. But as long as the mystery endures, Atlantis will never truly be lost. Join us in continuing this journey as we seek the truth beneath the waves and uncover the secrets of the lost city, forever hidden in the depths of the ocean.